Good morning. Welcome to the Fire Committee for the Village of Point Edward for Tuesday, September 12th. I'd like to call this meeting to order at this time. Are there any declarations of pecuniary interests?
None, no.
Okay, we have no delegations. The prior meeting minutes have been circulated. Mayor Hand, do you have any questions or comments?
No, I don't.
Okay. I will recommend that we receive and approve.
So moved.
There is one ongoing task carried over from previous meetings. It's the Community Master Fire Plan, which is to be added to the 2024 budget. Can we please have an update on the status of the library and fire hall roof project?
Yep. Last I heard, they're planning on starting approximately not next Monday, but the Monday after. The week, I think, the date, actually, maybe it is next.
The 19th
It might be next week.
or
Yeah,
18th. That would be the 18th.
yeah. Is the week of the 20th is when they're expecting to. So
It's Monday's the 18th.
And do we know how long they've been?
dependent on weather, 2 weeks.
Thank you very much.
So that should see it done by the end of September. All goes well, right?
If the weather cooperates.
Okay, the Joint Health and Safety Committee report for the fire hall is complete, and I recommend that we receive and file.
So
Chief,
moved.
Chief Mackenzie, can you please share your monthly fire report, please?
Okay. Start with community relations, so multiple car seat installations are still being brought forward to us. The guys are helping people try to put them in. As we stated last time, we're not renewing our certifications at this time because you have to go to town. But people are still coming to us because nobody's answering the phone and other agencies to help them. Fire halls are complete, or fire hall tours been completed with a number of groups. Inspections, multiple inspections still with Sunbridge, the new construction on Venetian, we're trying to stay on top of it also, and multiple mobile food truck inspections also. Community emergency management, Claudio.
Yeah, so during the period of this report, the county had their CMC meeting, our field officer from Ontario, Emergency Management Ontario was there as well. Go over some of the storm debrief from the area. And then we had an internal storm debrief here, so with that. And then air basically does their monthly meetings, so end of those as well.
Vehicles and equipment, all vehicles are in good working order. Our annual pump test has been done on the engine and the ladder. We have a couple valves on the engine that have to be replaced, they're leaking. Ground ladders have all been completed, a little bit of work had to be done to them, nothing major. The boat trailer, instead of replacing it, Rick and I took it upon ourselves to fix it, so we repaired it, got it in working order, so that saved us $5,000. Our rescue truck is still having some issues, has a small leak of antifreeze. Mechanic was down yesterday, still cannot find it. So they're gonna talk to their boss and see what they can do, and also our awning is not working and the motor, he said it's no good on it, it's already fried, so. We'll see what they do with that, hopefully we'll know in the next week or two.
Sorry, do you mean the motor on the awning?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Health and safety, nothing, no concerns with anybody in the department, which is brought forward every monthly meeting from our department. Capital budget, no capital expenditures took place. We're trying to get still trying to get hosed, and we got gear we have to order. So we'll see how that goes for time frame. I know we're still waiting from last year, so we're still having problems getting things. Upcoming events, we have Bridgeview School Barbecue, we're looking forward, we have a new principal to work with, so that should be exciting for the guys this year. We had emergency management exercise, Fire Prevention Week is October 8th to the 14th. Saved by the Beep Smoke Alarm Day is September 28th, so we're trying to promote, get everybody to test their smoke alarms that day. Probably doing handouts. I think the deputy is gonna be arranging to have door-to-door pamphlets delivered, right? Correct? Chief or the deputy and I went to the chief's meeting that was hosted in Watford. Lots of new faces there. We attended the bike rodeo hosted by the Point Edward Optimist Hall, which was really nice. Still trying to keep that going. Worked with Tim Hortons with Camp Day again, which is a great supporters. Fire Marshal's Town Hall meetings, Zoom meetings that we've attended a couple of those that's gone on with everything that's happening. Still meeting with E1 fire truck. So I'm gonna bring it up now with this. It's been extremely challenging with this dealer. He's come down a couple times now. We've talked, as you're aware, they increased the price of the truck. Because we had to get a different engine, which they said they wouldn't do, but they did it. And so he gave us the spec of when we first designed the truck and it was incorrect. So I told him, so I gotta go back, or so Paul, you gotta go back and change it and get exactly what I want. That took probably 2 months. He came down again. We talked about it again because they're still not getting what we want. And what we're trying to do with this truck is keep it very simple, very basic. But there's certain things that we are trying to achieve. And the main achievement that most fire chiefs, departments all across Ontario, they're trying to lower their hose bed of their truck. Because they want to keep people as low as possible to load hose. So he brought back some information and sent some pictures, and it's not low enough for us again. So we've seen other trucks where it's lower. So I said that it's gotta be lower. I'll have to take it back and da, 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 da. All right, so he took it back and he said he'd get it back to me right away. And the last letter I received, I don't know if you forwarded it to council, Jim. I highly recommend for you to see it. With the canoe, with the discount of the truck, it was a nice discount for the truck. They're not gonna give us anything. They're not gonna give me another spec. We have to sign off on this truck if we want it to get it in the order to be able to save on whether it's gonna go up with exchange, whether it's gonna go up in cost, whatever. I'm not feeling really comfortable because I have to answer to our community and council. I don't have a piece of paper that is stating that I'm getting what I'm asking for. He's telling me that they will do this and everything else. I find that hard to believe that I'm not gonna get hit with more money. So I'd like to see some feedback from council, what you think. Personally, I don't feel comfortable. I shouldn't say there's a lot of other departments are going through the same issues. It's not the service we used to receive. It's different. And I'm very cautious of telling him yes. And it's not a major thing, but it is to me. We spent a lot of time with our committee of our firefighters to build this truck so it's as good as we possibly can make it. And it's safe and the best quality that we can. And he comes down, we talk. He's a very nice fellow to talk to and stuff. And he's dealing with other people higher up and everything else. And they've just said, you know what, you've got to get your name on this truck, because if you don't, you're gonna miss it. We're looking at 2 years still to build this truck. So I don't feel good with it. I know the deputy doesn't feel good with it. So we don't know which way to go here. To me, if it's not a written contract somehow, they want to change your wording that we're gonna receive everything and it's not gonna be an increase, then I can work with them a bit, but it's been very, very challenging. I have never, ever seen anything like this in my time, and I've replaced every truck in our department. Never have I ever seen this. Nobody wants to come down, nobody wants to talk to you, they have minimal information for you. It's over $1 million, folks.
It's a big purchase. I don't think if you're not comfortable with it and your crew's not comfortable with it, then I don't think it's something that you should move on with. If you could get stuck with something that's not what you wanted, and would be a lot worse than 2 years.
Yeah. And I mean, it's one thing for that part of it. I mean, truck's a truck, and whether it's 2 inches higher than what I want, that's one thing, but it's still signing for $1 million and then find out it's another $500,000 more that they say, well, this is what you wanted, and that's what I'm fearful of. So unless I can get something from him, the last proposal that we received, I don't even have it here. I thought it was shared, so it was $1.2 million, I think, Jim, or something, $1.245 or something like that. So it's,
What would happen if you didn't go with this truck? Would you have
that's
to
our
go with
problem. We
another?
can't, it's not as if we can just reach out and talk to
Mhm.
anybody. They are one of the better quality trucks to purchase. As much as I'd like to tell them, we're just going elsewhere. I don't have options. I don't have a lot of options. There's other people that sell fire trucks, but not for what we've had extremely good luck with this style of truck and this name of truck. And I don't think we should be trying to veer off of that and throw the dice. You gotta remember, our truck is over 20 years old and still operating like really, really good. So that goes a long ways with me, because anything we do buy, it's gotta last. Now, saying that, one thing that is in our favor, I believe anyways, I think our truck that we have now will be a hot commodity for someone else to buy. And last time we traded our truck in, our rescue, when we did that, I do not recommend trading this one in. I would sell it ourselves.
Yeah, the one before we went to Manitoulin, wasn't it?
No.
No.
No,
Where was it up north?
Oh, that's 2 trucks.
2 trucks ago. Okay.
So that is in our favor, that we will get a good chunk of change for that one. But I shared that stuff with Jim to send it out, so when you have a look at it, you'll kind of see where I'm at with that.
Thank you.
But one thing I think is just stay firm and say, like, you have the option to go back and say, I've reviewed it with my council and they need this confirmation in writing.
Yeah,
Like, so you're putting it off as my council saying, this is what I need.
yeah.
You know
Oh,
what I
and
mean?
I have,
It's not like you're demanding it. You're
Yeah.
saying, in order to move forward, I need this in writing, and then we can sign off
yeah,
when we get there.
I have no problem.
Yeah,
I mean, these people mean nothing to me. I
Yeah.
don't care. I have no problem that way. It's just not a comfortable feeling signing for $1 million.
If
Yeah.
someone out to come back to council and say, oh, by the way.
yeah, by the way.
We need another $250,000.
Because they've already done
Yeah,
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask for more.
So it's just, we need to be firm and you sign the document and then we're ready to do business. Is this, Sarnia just bought another truck. Did they deal with them?
Yeah, they have dealt with them, and St. Clair Fire Chief Richard Boyce
Yeah.
is also dealing
Okay,
with them right now. And
yeah,
Richard and I have talked many times, and they're having the same type of problems too. Anyways, Where are we? Okay, members attending the meeting regarding the potential proposed changes to the Ontario Fire Code. UFM webinar regarding the upcoming smoke alarm day campaign. Members attended the meeting to discuss large storm event that happened through their community. Several members completed their pump operation exam and their practical component and written test and practical tests, which hats off to these people that did this. Was a tremendous amount of time and effort that they put in, and that'll be the first monies that we'll be paying out to the people for that training, which I've submitted. With that, just so everybody understands. Jim was talking to me and he wanted something in writing for stating how we go about this. And what I've tried to do is talk to, again, other people that have sent their people through for any type of training. And how they paid them, by the hour, time frame. There's a time usually that the college allows for any of these courses. I went in between and tried to balance it out. For what I've done, I think it's fair for our people. It's fair right across the line, but you need to understand it can be a lot more money. And it probably will be, because as things progress, I think you're gonna see more and more, and people are gonna expect it, and rightfully so, because it is a big time thing that they will put in. And a lot of stress. I know our people were stressed out for this course. Attended the learning webinar regarding gas fires and residential structures. Claudia utilized vacation time. Rick utilized some vacation time. I'm leaving tomorrow for vacation. I thought I better finish that sentence before you got excited. So I'm leaving.
Don't start planning the party.
Our open house, I'm looking for some direction on it also. With COVID, our crisis that we had. I know we talked about it, and I don't know who I talked to, it might have been Jim, might have been council, I have no idea. But we were talking about going every other year, every year. I'd like to know what you would like, because it's coming up. If
I'd
we're
like to
doing
see
one
it every year.
every
I
year.
think that it's a great event for our community. It
Okay,
really keeps our community in touch with the fire department.
okay.
Yeah, I agree, because the people that attend are all the people with the young families, and they really look forward to coming out.
Okay, so we'll get rolling on it. Open burn, I just wanted to know, is there any update with that yet, Jim, or nothing?
As far as I'm aware, it's sitting on the judge's desk ready
Still
for
waiting.
approval. It's been prepared to. Where the person I deal with has recommended it for approval, so we're just waiting for that
For that.
final.
Okay. And we've lost 3 more people this month, so another person just got hired on the city. And I think we have another one that's on the list for the city, so. But we've lost 3 this month. That's it.
Thank you. The fire monthly financial statements, do we have any questions or comments of those?
I didn't have any questions on any of it.
Then we will receive
So
and file
then-
them.
I didn't see anything scary at this point. The end of July.
Then we can receive and file them.
So moved.
The next meeting date of the fire committee will be held on October 10th at 8:30 a.m. Motion to adjourn.
8:30 or 8?
It's at 8:30 in here.
It says 8:30, but
Is 8 okay for everybody?
We're here, so no problem with us.
Okay, and 8 a.m.
okay, we can change them.
Yeah.
That just kind of automatically shows up.
Yeah.
Change it.
Thank you.